everyone. Welcome. I think we're going to wait one more minute just for those of us who are joining on the live stream. But Jackie, just let me know when are we good to go? Okay, awesome. Well, thank you all so much for coming today. Those of you who are joining in person, and I know there's many people who are streaming in live here. But this is the Launch Generation business pitch finale. So my name is Whitney Webb. I'm the founder of Launch Generation. When I was a teenager and a young adult, I had a hobby of learning big life lessons in the most convoluted and difficult ways possible, just by making a lot of mistakes. So everything from my personal finance to how I showed up as a leader. I was sharing with the group the other day at my first job, I actually tried to negotiate my salary down. So I've made a lot of mistakes and I've learned from them. But as I got older, I just realized that so many people were in the same boat as me. They had either been through just some really tough lessons, or they had never learned the lessons in the first place. And so I started Launch Generation in hopes that from this young age and just this really pivotal time in life, that teenagers could learn some of the lessons to help them become more confident in the areas of personal finance, entrepreneurship, and leadership. So a lot of lessons that aren't often taught in the school system. And if they are, they're generally kind of boring. So that's a big part of our mission here at Launch Generation, is to teach these lessons in a really relevant and engaging way. And I think we've accomplished that this week. We've had so many workshops, so many projects, speakers, field visits, you name it. And I want to walk you through just a quick view of what we've been up to this week, on top of these wonderful teens creating these amazing business pitches. We have been going probably 16 hours a day, if not more. And so your kids will sleep well for the next couple of days. But let's jump in. So our first day, we really focused on networking. So not only getting to know each other, but really getting to know themselves. We did some personality assessments, started to learn about how we all communicate with one another and what are the best practices for each person. We then threw them into their first quickfire business plan competition. So they had to work in teams in about 15 minutes to create and pitch a business. We delved into branding and marketing, and they each came up with a brand for this company they had just created. The next day we call the day of adulting. And believe it or not, from these pictures, this was the day that we covered budgeting, credit, investing, negotiations, and what can be some really boring sounding topics. But we think that the group took a lot out of it, and especially in our negotiations session, we were pretty blown away by this group. The next day, Monday, is when we really shifted gears into entrepreneurship and creativity. So we heard from two entrepreneurs, product designer and a toy designer. But we also learned the tenets of design thinking. So how do you create something with the end user in mind? It's not just about coming up with an idea, it's coming up with an idea that people are going to actually want and use. We also had a fun branding challenge where the group had to rebrand Balboa Park, and we ended with a beach bonfire that night. The next day was really focused on ethics, so learning about social responsibility in business. We talked about the global goals. We learned about how to prioritize different ethics within a company, And we also took part in an etiquette dinner. The next day, we did a whole lot of field visits. So we visited a social enterprise that trains women refugees in San Diego to work in a downtown cafe and then place them in future roles. We visited the Sharp Innovation Center, so learning about innovation in healthcare and how AI and tech are really changing the nature of health. The next day was really focused on a lot of team time, but we also tried to weave in some wonderful speakers. We did an art project to take a little breather from what we call crunch time. And one thing to note, as you can see, Carter with his stack of cash here, one thing that we do throughout the program is we issue social currency. And so anytime there is a good question, if someone is helping another student, if someone's really presenting themselves well, we hand out social currency. And yesterday they were able to cash in on that and pay for visiting mentors' time to help them with their businesses. So much like it works in real life, if you help someone, if you present yourself well, you'll probably be able to get that back as well. And that brings us to today. And so I have had absolutely the best week with this group. I am so blown away with the self-awareness, the creativity, the kindness, the maturity most of the time that these teens brought to the group. And so I'm excited for you to see their pitches, but first, real quick, I just want to bring up our amazing staff who has been here full-time throughout the week, mentoring these teens, running some of the sessions, leading the business team groups, just really working their butts off to make this the best week possible. And so if the staff can just come up for some quick introductions.
Hi everyone, I'm Rachel Gill, and I'm a director of family governance and education at Crescent, really closely with Whitney. When Whitney joined Crescent about 5 years ago and talked about launch generation, I begged her to be a part of it because it sounded amazing, and I've been doing it alongside of her ever since. The best part of this week for me is to see the transformation that we see in the students from the first day showing up and being reserved and nervous and transforming into the confident and engaging students and young adults that you'll see before you for the presentation. So I'm so excited and honored to be a part of this team.
Great. Hi, my name's Dean. This is my second year now at Crescent. And yeah, before I introduce myself, I feel very proud standing up here. It's amazing to see the transformation that your teens have genuinely been on. Like seeing day one to now is phenomenal, and you'll see that today. But yeah, my name's Dean Leake. I am a performance mindset coach. I've had a number of years working in Olympic and Paralympic high performance sports, and now help companies build high performing teams and run leadership development programs.
Hi, everyone. I'm Kayla Sorofsky. I'm an associate on the Family Governance and Education team at Crescent with Whitney and Rachel, who I have the privilege of working with every day. I was actually a participant in Launch Generation in its first year, 2018, and I kept bugging Whitney year after year, came back as a junior advisor, then as an assistant director, and now a co-director. I absolutely love this program, and it's given me so much, and I love to give back to it. So I'll pass it off.
Hi, everyone. I'm Niera Gore. I've had the absolute honor of knowing Whitney for almost a decade now, doing programs like this. I always joke that I'm the personality hire. But in all honesty, I just love being here. The students don't only learn as much as they do themselves, but we leave changed, and I feel like they're my kids now. I know they're your kids, but they're my kids. But to see them grow and how they change is completely amazing, and I love to be able to bring my expertise of brand strategy, personal styling and presentation, and also marketing and PR knowledge so that they can present themselves in the best way.
Hello, my name is Jesus Arriaga, and I am an alumni of the Launch Generation program, and I was fortunate enough to help this wonderful staff and students this year as the junior advisor.
All right. And now we are switching gears to the business pitches. So our first team is Capsule. Come on up.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for being here. And to begin, I have a question for the audience. Do you guys ever struggle to get dressed in the morning? Before we begin, I'd like to introduce our team members. I'm Sean, the CEO.
I'm Zoe, the COO.
I'm Sophia, the CFO. And I'm Claire, the CMO.
I'd like to introduce you guys to Billy. He's a 21-year-old college graduate. He's about to start his first job next Monday, but he's excited and also overwhelmed because he spends a lot of time in the morning getting dressed, and he's often very late and stressed.
Bear with us. We did a survey of around 150 people, and here are some of the results. 40% of adolescent women have difficulty picking out something to wear in the morning, and 86% of Americans have decision-making fatigue. 73% of them said that they would use AI to help their morning become more easeful and less stressful.
So, introducing Capsule, the go-to styling assistant of the future. Capsule simplifies getting dressed by curating custom outfits that matches your style and is based on your existing wardrobe.
Once you sign into our app or create an account, it takes you to the home page where we offer you access to all of the features being closet, calendar, subscription, and rewards. In the bottom left corner, we have log outfit where you can start logging your outfit for every day. In the bottom right corner, we have our Ask Capsule where that is our AI setting. Moving on to closet, that is our outfit curation from Monday through Sunday. And for the bottom, we have an Ask Capsule AI. An example would be, hey Capsule, what am I wearing today? Moving on to calendar. Calendar offers you to log in to outfits each day. With our tier subscriptions, you can log in events for the upcoming weeks. Finally, we have our rewards feature. You can gain amounts of streaks, added rewards for coupons with our partnering retailers being Express, Nordstrom's, Macy's, and Urban Outfitters. Continuing. For our subscription tiers, we offer Silver, Gold, and Diamond. Silver being our free membership, Gold tier being our $10.99 a month, and our most exclusive tier being our Diamond tier for $15.99 a month. The higher the tier, the better the benefit. And I would like to explain how I am a Diamond tier user and how I came up with my outfit for today. Hey Capsule, what am I wearing today?
Hello, Zoe. Today is Friday, July 19th. You have a presentation at 3 p.m. in San Diego. You will wear your matching plaid express set with black pumps and a slick hairstyle.
Thank you, Capsule.
Moving on to our community. Starting with our target demographic will be young adolescents ages 14 to 25, though the app is open to everyone of all ages. We are located in the United States, and that is where we will be serving for right now and possibly expanding later. Household income has to be at least $40,000, and occupations has to be high school students or fully employed. Psychographics are professional, currently in school or employed, fashion conscious, people who love going out, and who are confident.
There are two key features that our app provides that our competitors like Fitted Closet, Wearing, and LookScope do not provide, which is our 100% AI and our reward system. Now, as for revenue, we have two options. Our two-tiered pricing and our retail stores that will pay a yearly fee to be advertised on our app.
For marketing and advertising, we will be marketing on our own social media, such as TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram, along with also providing ads for streaming services and on TV channels. We will also be collaborating with influencers and having them showcase Capsule on their platforms just to get our name out there a little bit more.
With an initial investment of $130,000 to cover our startup costs, we will have 5,000 gold users by our first month that will grow at a 50% growth rate and have 25,000 gold users by the end of the year. Likewise, as for our diamond users, we will start with 850 diamond users and grow at an 18% growth rate each month and have 5,000 users by the end of the year. Now, usually new and developing apps have between 20 and 50,000 users by their first year, so our goal is 30,000 users by our first year. With this in mind, we will have $1.6 million in profit and have a steady 5 to 10% growth rate the following years in users.
Here's an example of the projection.
Capsule strives to be the go-to styling assistant of the future with its 100% AI recommendation and reward system. Now, Billy can confidently step into his new job, knowing that he is looking good, looking sharp, and confident. Simplify your morning and get the Capsule app today. Thank you.
Audience? So we're taking 7 minutes for questions for each group, just to keep in mind. And just in terms of what questions you're asking, I would like to remind everyone that these teams have probably had a total of 7 to 8 hours to actually work on their entire pitch, their business financials, all of their preparation. So, I mean, I'm already impressed, but when you're thinking, feel free to challenge them. They can handle it. But just to present some scope, you've seen what else they've been working on this week. But with that in mind, who has questions for this group?
Hi, very well done, guys. I'm wondering, I saw that you had 4 retail stores that you're working with presently. How do you choose as a participant of this? Do they pick their own clothes, or is there some kind of aid in choosing things for them based on their size or other than their sex, I guess?
That is a really good question. So for our app, we are an AI generated. So basically this is how it would go. You would take a picture of your closet, and since our AI is so very advanced, any piece, like a little piece of material, it would scan it and automatically give you an example like, oh, this is a Dolce & Gabbana V-neck pink top. So right away, we would know exactly what it is, and each piece that you have in your closet would be curated into your wardrobe. And then the day of, you say, hey, I have this going, I have this event, and it would basically put together an outfit for you.
Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions?
So following the AI generation, I noticed that it said there was revenue coming in from the stores. So is there an opportunity to purchase new items through the app? And if there is an opportunity, you had, I think, Express, Nordstrom, Urban Outfitters, and one other, I can't remember. Is it just those retailers, or are you searching for more retailers down the line?
Oh, that's a great question. So for now, we chose these ones because we think it would be best to start off by partnering with these. And as our company and our app develops and continues, we will be able to find more retailers to partner with.
So you can currently purchase new items from those 4 existing stores?
I would like to add, so as I was expanding on my tiers, the silver, gold, and diamond tier, depending on what tier you have, you acquire a certain amount of points or rewards, which would go towards your next purchase for any of these 4 companies or brands that you would like to purchase from. So an example would be if you have the diamond tier, which is on this slide right here, you would get a 20% discount reward toward your next purchase if it would be Nordstrom's or Urban Outfitters.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Great job, you guys. So I saw like some of the marketing plans. I was curious, like how do you see the what around is the cost to acquire a customer, and like the payback time? Do you think to find someone and then pay back that cost based on the tier that they select? I'm curious what you modeled on the profitability side of things.
That's a good question. I think she will be able to answer that.
As we were doing research as a group, we saw that the payback time would be between 2 to 4 months, and I hope that helps answer your question.
Thank you.
So a year from now, the business has taken off and is going so well. What was the one thing that you were measuring over the period of that year that you could say, this is the most important metric to measure that we achieved success for the business?
I think just multiple factors. Definitely the amount of users that our app has and the amount of purchases of the different tiers. It would be a major factor that we consider in. And we did have the graphs, so I think it should go according to our plan.
I would also like to add that we differentiate from other apps because we are 100% AI and we offer a reward system, something that the other apps do not offer.
I would also like to add more than just the revenue aspect, that our app is supposed to provide peace of mind to our users, and just by seeing like when they review our app, seeing that they're more calm in the morning, that they don't have as much stress to choose on an outfit, that would be our success.
Okay, well, let's give a round of applause to Capsule.
Our next group will be ArtSpark.
Good afternoon, everyone. Now, before we get started, I'd like to ask you all a question. Have you ever at one point in your life wanted to pursue a musical instrument or any art discipline? Please raise your hands. Fantastic. Well, 85% of Americans in a recent Gallup poll said the same. Now, that is an issue that we hope to solve with ArtSpark. Before we talk about how we're going to solve that issue, let me introduce to you our team.
Hello, I'm the CMO, Olivia, and I am a dancer and an artist.
My name is Franco, and I am the CFO of this company, and I am an avid artist myself.
I'm Rebecca Barreto. I'm the COO, and I'm an aspiring artist.
And I'm Carter Foster. I'm the CEO and an avid bagpiper. Now, let's get on to the issue at hand. The twin pillars of life are, of course, time and money. No one has the time to fly from Fairbanks, Alaska to LA to learn to play the didgeridoo, and no one has $300 to spend on an hourly lesson to hire a teacher to drive to your house. Now, to explore on how we're going to solve those issues, I'd like to pass off the mic to Rebecca, who will explain our service and our website to you.
ArtSpark facilitates connections between students and teachers all over the world. Users are able to find teachers through refined searches from price ranges to skill level and captivating profiles, ensuring the right connections and with easy booking tools. Our in-home video platform has many features to enhance audio and video quality, such as being able to edit the background music and control the teacher's volume. Our teachers are able to edit their profiles and see their scheduled classes to stay organized and provide the best user experience. Now, Olivia will talk about marketing.
Market research. The online music industry is currently valued at $12 billion. We surveyed potential users, and 50% of them said that they were interested in using ArtSpark. Based on our research, the average pricing for a class will be $50. Our target market is teachers and students. Our goal in the beginning is to have 100 teachers on our platform with a current student base. To join our platform 6 months before the launch. At first, we will market ArtSpark to teachers from the age of 18 to 35 who have a student base of musicians, artists, and dancers in the age range of 13 to 17. We target teachers with free time and looking for more income.
Now, our indirect competitors comprise of LessonFace, Skillshare, and SuperProf. However, unlike these other platforms, ArtSpark offers personal lessons above every discipline. Now, our platform also offers high-quality video to ensure an interactive and easygoing experience for all users. Now, in terms of revenue, at ArtSpark, we will have two main revenue streams. First, we will earn a 20% commission on each lesson, with each lesson starting at a $30 minimum and averaging around $50. Secondly, we will utilize affiliate marketing. We project an aggressive 30% growth rate each month within the first year of launching, which will then slow down by our second and third year. However, by the third year, we also expect a whopping 88,250 users. Now, you may be asking and wondering about the future. Well, we also expect a near doubling in revenue in our second year of operation, with our third year slowing down due to customer attrition rate. However, we will make sure to combat this issue with new growth strategies and aggressive marketing. Now, to pass the bread and butter on to Carter.
All right, now to talk about your piece of the pie. We're seeking $300,000 in exchange for 20% equity in our company to cover our startup costs. 8% of those costs will, of course, be creating a website and video service for our users, with the remaining 20% being for hiring the talent to get this started and our business fees. Now, who's ready to find their spark with ArtSpark? Fantastic.
Is that working?
Yep.
If you can only choose between the teacher and the student, who is the more important target customer in year one?
The more important customer would be the teacher, because we're trying to get teachers on the platform with the student base. So then before we launch, we have like a pretty big base. So then people see that other people are already using it and are already active on it.
To add on to that, we value our teachers immensely. We send them $40 worth of hardware and equipment once they sign up and complete 2 hours worth of online training and courses. And we also put money every month into teacher development through online classes where we hire consummates in their field to do hour-long video sessions to help improve the careers of our teachers.
So you guys mentioned before the customer, like the churn rate. I'm curious, like, what did you model for churn rate, and have you looked at any research of other companies to see how long, like, students stay on the platform before, you know, I'm not really sure in this market what that looks like.
Absolutely. So we looked at our peer science and indirect competitors like Skillshare, and they have a churn rate of around 7 to 10%, and students on average stay with their companies for around 2 to 4 years. And so we factored that into our growth model, and we're hoping to address that in fiscal year 2026 with a whole new set of growth strategies to hopefully combat that churn rate.
Thank you.
It's for the live stream.
Just curious if you guys thought about content rights for the content the teachers put on there. Does ArtSpark own those, or do the teachers own those?
So everything on our website is going to be teacher-owned and teacher-produced. ArtSpark doesn't have any any trademarks on any of the products created by our teachers. It's more of a hub to connect our teachers with students and vice versa.
It's kind of a follow-up on that, actually. So it seems like over time you could be getting a really interesting data set. You know, so it's like a bunch of instructors teaching music, bagpipes, whatever. And at some point, I could imagine like maybe using this to potentially train AI, or might want to sell some of this data to a company so they can actually train AI. I could imagine maybe a teacher, like an automated teacher. I'm curious, is this anything that you've thought of, or something that you think in the future that you would utilize? And are you protecting the rights to be able to do that?
So at the moment, we have compliance set up to where the data is going to, of course, be tracked for content moderation purposes. Now, we will be storing this data because since we're not outsourcing all of our video software to Zoom or another streaming company, it will be kept in-house with us for later use. We don't have current plans to sell that data or make use of it through AI, but the option is there.
Thank you.
I think we have time for one more question if anyone has anything. Okay. Oh, one more.
Can you talk me through any of the risks or challenges that you've identified with your business moving forwards?
So some of the risks that we've identified, of course, is the relationship that we have between our teachers and our students and ensuring that that remains professional as we are facilitating the connections between these people. And of course, we are worried about data security because there's going to be, lessons and a whole bunch of other personal information, data addresses that we need to keep together. But in terms of business risks, our main risk that we've identified is not having enough teachers and therefore not being able to service as many users that we want, and therefore having a slowdown rate in our ability to service students as well.
Thank you guys so much.
And our next group will be Eco Eats.
Is everyone ready? Last week, I was in the SFO airport getting ready to come here actually to Launch Generation San Diego, and I was starving. I was so incredibly hungry. So I ran around the airport trying to find a meal, but sadly, I was unable to find a product that was healthy and would make me feel good, but also genuinely looked tasty and enjoyable. And this is a problem that I consistently kind of find myself in whenever I travel, finding a product that is tasty but also healthy for when I'm hungry at the airport. And that's the problem that we hope to solve through our product. But who exactly are we? You see, through Launch Generation, we've been able to bring together our amazing team that consists of myself, Juliana Vargas, Joshua Pearson, and finally, Noah Morente.
We are in a major food crisis. Only 9% of adults take the daily intake of vegetables and fruit. 70% of Gen Z skip lunches weekly. But you're in luck because we have the perfect solution just for you. Eco Eats. We are health-oriented. We carry sustainable boxes and accessible resources to nourish your body.
In our survey that we sent out about health goals, it revealed that most people prioritize their energy levels, with muscle growth also being a significant focus among them. In our second survey, where we asked about the problems and concerns of buying lunch option products, the most concern was the healthiness, followed closely by pricing. So from our surveys, we decided to focus on these 3 products. And our products are not just regular lunch meals. We use AI to source the large language models of food to see what is perfect for you. We included the right amount of minerals and vitamins that you need to fully function throughout your day.
So, this is our muscle growth box. It's packed with nutritious and wholesome ingredients to help you better build muscle.
Our detox box includes the ingredients above and is super great for when you want to detoxify your body and just give yourself a fresh, clean boost for your overall health.
In our Energizer box with the ingredients listed above, this recipe isn't just delicious. Each ingredient is carefully selected to boost your energy levels and leave you feeling refreshed and ready to conquer anything.
So what sets us apart from our key competitors is that we are the only ones in the market that offer nourishing meals, availability in airports, alignment with your specific health goal, and we even offer a small packet of powdered drink included in each meal. So our third-party distributor is Stonegates Food, and well, we all know that the airport industry is massive, so we aim to launch Eco Eats at LAX, SFO, and San Diego airports to start us off. Just by capturing 1% of these travelers that are passing through these airports, we could potentially gain 1.35 million customers each year. Our strategy involves collaborating with airport vendors such as Hudson News to distribute our products. So our pricing breakdown. The cost to produce 1 unit of our boxes is $10. The remaining $7 goes to producers and distributors, and our team ends up keeping $1.
We're going to be marketing our products a few ways. The first one is through influencers and travel vloggers who will review our products. And another part is through partnering with websites like Kayak and Google Flights. And we're going to be marketing our ads there to get people familiar with our branding and products.
So, we're asking for $40,000 in exchange for 15% equity within our company. And as Julie already aforementioned, if we capture just 1% of this market, we're expected to have over $100,000 this year. And this number in profit is only expected to grow year after year.
We are Eco Eats.
Full
stomach, full life.
Who's got the first question?
Great job, you guys. So I really like that you're starting with the niche, like in the airports, right? It's like highly directed. It's very easy to imagine, like with the distributor, how you're going to get in there. So one of the things that makes me a little worried, though, is how are you going to protect against competitors, right? So if once this strategy starts working, right, a lot of people are going to see it. And what kind of things can you do to create barriers to entries of these other competitors so you can keep your margins?
Yeah, so in our packets, we have a small packet of powder that no other one of our competitors, like Trader Joe's, Daily Harvest, HelloFresh, we're the only ones that have a small packet. So in that small packet, we're going to have a powder for the muscle growth, the detox, and our energy. And in there, you could just pour the pack in a small water bottle. That is something that that helps us stand out from our other competitors. As well as having just a simple meal in one pack that you have everything that you need to just take on the go.
Has one more follow-up. It's actually a different way. So on the financing side, it was 15% equity. I was curious, did you look at other things like debt financing or other types of financing? As a company like this, I could imagine, you might have other options versus venture debt and pure equity.
Thank you for your question. So we do know about the different types of financing options. However, we thought it would be best for us to chip in some of our money into the company as well as get other investors into the company so we can just keep some of our liquidity. So for any other expenses we need during the startup process, that level of currency exchange is the easiest for us.
Thank you.
I saw some of the pitch panelists receive some boxes. I'm wondering if you can walk us through what those are.
So what we have handed out is a prototype of our package. Now, of course, we did not have enough time to come up with what the package would actually look like, but these are little bundles that would kind of show what the product would actually look like once it's out in the market.
What was your assumption for food spoilage and food spoilage costs in your financials?
Thank you for your question. So we obviously did account for food spoilage, and we thought that it would take around 10% of the actual units that we made. So in that, we adjusted for a little bit of extra room. So we decided to allocate $20,000 per year to that cost. Thank you.
You took your question. Okay, great. Anyone else have any questions? Okay. Thank you, Eco Eats.
And now we'll call our final group up to the stage, Freshlands.
Hi everyone. I would like to start off with a short video that I believe many of you will find quite familiar. Paul, husband to Whitney,
We should get the lunches ready for the kids.
both himself and his children. However, when he gets to the fridge, he finds that
even
he
eat
is
lunch
out of
for you.
cheese
You
and the
must
milk
have run
has
out.
reached its expiration date. This is a frustration familiar to many. The consequence of over-purchasing product and losing track of fridge contents that your family members eat. Paul and Whitney aren't alone. 96% of adults aged 20 and up want to cut down on the waste in their home. 92% struggle to utilize the majority of the products in their fridge before they go bad. And 77% have difficulty consistently creating nutritious meals. At Freshlands, we've engineered a solution to address these challenges head on. Our cutting-edge smart fridge technology provides a seamless, real-time inventory of your groceries. This means less food waste, fewer last-minute grocery runs, and heightened convenience. What sets us apart is our ability to utilize the produce scanned in your fridge to suggest personalized, nutritious recipes and deliver produce directly to your door at the click of a button. My team and I have created Freshlands, technology that effortlessly plans meals based on what you already have, promotes healthier eating habits, and reduces waste simultaneously.
Our product is an advanced piece of camera tech that is attached to each shelf in your fridge and scans all the produce inside, then seamlessly connects to the app to provide you with all the convenience you crave. After logging in hassle-free, our app takes you to our scanning screen where your produce gets placed into your own virtual fridge. Using AI, we notify you when your produce is running low and when your produce is about to expire, so you never have to waste food again. We focus on convenience for our customers by our partnerships. When the app alerts you about a product that's running low, you can instantly add that product to your cart and get it delivered to your doorstep within the hour. Imagine never having to make a late night or rush grocery run ever again. Sounds nice, right? Along with the convenience, our app uses the technology to provide you with hundreds of nutritious recipes based on the inventory you have in your fridge to the measurement. Already saving you time and money, Freshlands also benefits the health of your entire home with easy and effective meals. Paul would love this. Happy family, happy life, and Paul, Take notes. Whitney, you'll thank me later.
Our target customer is the average parent aged 27 to 55, like Paul, who in his busy life never has time to think about his fridge. We would advertise on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter because more than half of their users are in our target age group. Fresh Lens would also be sold in home retail stores to conveniently attract buyers and would be sold online through Amazon. Our partners, All Recipes and Instacart, have ads on their platforms for our product because their customers would also greatly benefit from it. At least one of these forms of advertising would reach poor, helpless Paul, attract him to Fresh Lens, and save his domestic life. And Whitney, it will save your relationship. Our main competitors are Smarter's FridgeCam and Smart Fridges from tech companies. However, FridgeCam had many issues and smart fridges are extremely expensive. Also, both of our competitors lack our state-of-the-art AI technology. So, would Paul prefer a bad camera, an overpriced fridge, or the new, innovative, and more affordable Fresh Lens?
Now for the most exciting part, the financials. Starting at a $500,000 initial investment, we see that we won't gain any profit till year 3, which eventually we will break even, and revenue will skyrocket to around $13 million during year 6. Now talking about cost per unit, the cost for one unit would be $60, which would gain us a profit of around $160 as we will be selling an average price of $220 per unit. But how exactly would we do this? We have decided to partner with PriceSmart to gain a higher audience in Latin America, as that's where more PriceStar resellers are. For Instacart, we decided to put a premium on our product, so we will only ship supplies for you directly from Instacart, which will lower the price of our product, but eventually we will gain that difference back from Instacart. And for Amazon, we want to tap into the e-commerce market, so it will decrease our shipping prices, as if we ship directly from Amazon warehouses, we won't get that price.
Experience the future of kitchen management with Fresh Lens. Simplify your meal planning, reduce waste, and enjoy healthier living. It makes kitchens smarter, meals easier, and families happier.
Fresh Lens. One small camera for fridge, one giant leap for fridge kind.
That was great. That was really good. Yeah.
I'm glad we didn't get another one.
Same. That was key right there.
That was amazing.
Great job, you guys. That was entertaining and informative, and I really enjoyed it. I do have a question. As a boomer, who sets up the camera and how does that work?
So I think I can answer that for you. Thanks for your question. You can purchase it in bundles of a single one, 3 or 5, but the installation comes with the purchase. And it's very simple. It's just a stick adhesive, and it's a battery-powered product. So you change it out once a month, just like a fire detector, like that, but we can install it for you, and it's very simple. No, it's wireless, and it's just a battery-powered product, and it sticks to each shelf, so super simple with the installation.
Very good. I like that.
Thank you.
Great job, you guys. I'm curious on for the AI portion of it, like where are you getting the data sets and the training sets so you can actually identify the vegetables and the fruits? And then kind of on top of that, is there any features inside to create like the loop so you can continue to train and improve that algorithm as if it makes mistakes or when it makes mistakes?
For sure. So I can answer that question. So the AI technology that already exists, I'm not sure how many of you know this, but when you can use your phone to take a picture of produce, and it can give you the brand and the expiration date like on that produce just using the nutrition information on the back. That technology already exists. So with our product, our entire point is to provide convenience and simplicity for the customer. So we use that AI technology that can already read nutrition labels on produce, and we implement it into your fridge, so that allows it to connect to the app. And then the simplicity and convenience comes with just being able to use your app to create meals with the produce that the AI technology reads in your fridge, or deliver it using Instacart right to your door. And then as we continue to expand as a company and hopefully simplify the camera down even further, or create smart fridges of our own that have even more advanced technology, we can use the robot in people's homes, people's review on the app, and continue to update our app as AI technology continues and progresses to create an even better piece of product for our customers.
in your models, in your projections, what was is it licensing costs, or you're licensing that technology? And I'm curious if you put it in your models.
Yeah, I could speak more on that. From a financial standpoint, we did license like the AI. We did a lot of research and development on it. So as looking at the charts, most of the cost of the $500,000 investment goes into that research, as the startup cost would be around $300,000 for like just technology itself, and then the rest going into office supplies. So we really did not cheap out on the AI. We did want a greater AI than such competitors as like ChatGPT, Gemini from Google.
And is that a one-time licensing cost, or is it per unit? Like, how does it scale? Like, I'm trying to understand the unit economics. Like, in the unit economics, that's like, does the cost of AI included in that, or is that a separate cost and it's like a one-time cost?
It's a one-time cost just to license the AI and get it into our software.
And then what about the service as well? Same question on the unit economics. Like, so if you're coming in and installing it, is that also included on the cost? Like, so, you know, you had kind of the cost to develop it. Is that just the hardware, or does that include the service as well?
That includes everything, the services, the hardware. That goes into the expenses, which is an annual growth of 20% a year.
Cool, thank you.
So it sounds like you're trying to build both hardware and software. If you had to focus all of your attention in the first 6 months, do you focus on hardware or software with your team?
Probably be the software, because the app is where most of the convenience is provided. The product itself is pretty simple. The technology mostly already exists. We're just expanding on it to make it specific to our product. And then the app, with connecting to Instacart and the recipe services that cater specifically towards the customer, will probably be our main focus.
Thank you.
I'm curious if you guys thought about an additional benefit that I could see with this, which is recording actions in the fridge to see who took the last bite of ice cream or drank the last bit of milk. So is that something you guys thought about?
I feel like that's a little targeted towards your kids, but yes, I can answer that. We are considering, for sure, installing features like that. And me and my team were talking about, in the future, if we do grow as a company and are able to transform this into a business where we're producing additional appliances such as fridges ourselves, we can begin to install lock features where you can pretty much control your entire fridge from your phone, which has unlimited benefits that our company, we would love to explore that.
I think we have time for one more question. Anything else? You wanna say more?
So is all the is there any recurring revenue in here, or is it all going to be a one-time revenue? That was the only thing I wasn't sure of on the financials. And
So our CFO can probably expand on after I briefly answer this, but my company and I were talking about doing a subscription feature. I think he actually mentioned it, where you have when you purchase it, it has Instacart as a delivery service, but then with an additional purchase, with a more expensive product purchase, you then have access to multiple delivery services. And then that's the same with the recipe thing. Say for a subscription of $2.99 a month, you can have access to over 500,000 recipes instead of 100,000 recipes. But that would be definitely something that my team and we would look towards more in the future, figuring out that revenue services as we develop our product.
yeah, so that's not modeled right now. That's just something in the future that you're thinking, or is it in your projections already?
I believe it was in our projection.
Yeah, it's in the
It is in your
projections.
okay.
I can explain that. So one recurring revenue we have is our subscription plan. So you start off with basic, getting AI-generated meals for you. And then if you move up to premium, which is $2.99 a month, you get new Michelin star privately owned restaurant recipes that we've collaborated with every single month to up your cooking bag.
Yeah. Thank you. Then Whitney would be really happy.
Yeah. Definitely. All right. If there are no more questions, all right. Thank you, guys.
You gotta grab your cards.
Okay, so I'm going to give you guys just a couple. Do you need to chat real quick? Okay. So we don't like to have a winner of these competitions, but we are going to have we're gonna have our judges over here select the company that is most ready to launch. So given that these teens have been working on these for only a few days, you know, we think the idea of who has come the farthest in terms of bringing their idea into life. So our judges today, who will walk up here in a minute, they're just kind of scheming over here, are two of my colleagues from Crescit. So Mark Rogozinski, who is on our executive leadership team, and Oliver Rose, who leads Crescit Catalyst. When I started Launch Generation, a couple years after I started it, I joined forces with Crescit, really because of the entrepreneurial focus. We serve entrepreneurs at all stages in their journey, and these are two of our employees who interact with entrepreneurs on a daily basis, and I'm excited for them to share their insight, but also pick not a winner, but you know, a most ready to launch. But while they're just finishing up, I just wanted to say you guys did an amazing job, and I think you absolutely killed it for having come up with these ideas 3 days ago. So let's give them another round of applause. And we're just waiting on our judges. Oh, actually, while we're waiting for them, I will encourage you. So after this, we can hang out in here for a few minutes and we'll raise the blinds so you guys can enjoy the views. But then we're going to invite everyone back to our classroom that we've been spending a lot of our time in this week. You can see a lot of what we've been working on. We also have some snacks and apps. But what I really encourage you to do is, everyone in the audience, please go and talk to these groups. Even if you didn't have a question, maybe you have some ideas for them on how to further build these businesses or some other aspects of their business that they might not have thought of. Please do so during our short reception after this. But now I'm gonna hand it over to Oliver and Mark.
Thank you so much, Whitney, and to all the teams. Oh my gosh, you guys crushed it. Way to go. Round of applause for the teams again. I had the benefit of just showing up yesterday, and the transformation between where you were at yesterday to today is unbelievable. So you guys really did a nice job. And if we had these products, I mean, come on, we could have fresh food at home, at airports. I could finally get a fashion upgrade. Mark could learn how to dance. I mean, the world could be a much different and better place. So thank you for those great ideas. We just wanted to go through and identify some of the strengths of each of the businesses, and then we'll pick just one, which was challenging. I think we threw up all 4 names and could have made cases around each of them, but we'll go through and just identify some of the strengths first. Fresh Lens, the product and app design that you guys demonstrated was fantastic. You're really visualizing something that's a very complex problem, and the solution that you came up with was a big, hairy one, and it was bold, so we wanted to give you guys points for that. Capsule, your focus on Billy and understanding the problem that people face in the morning of having that paralysis around what to wear. That's a big one. I can relate. I wish I had it. I wish I could tell me what to pack when I was going on trips. So nice job there. And the demonstration of the AI was pretty fun. ArtSpark, great product demonstration. We thought it was super strong, beautiful app design. The team was very clear and cohesive, and we really liked the product that you had. And your focus on the customer, which you ended up picking, was the teacher over the student, and that focus on the teacher. And Eco Eats really nailed the specific problem in a location, and oftentimes building great businesses revolves around focusing on something very specific to start and then opportunities to expand from there. And so you guys crushed it as well. So Mark, do you want to announce our winner?
Yeah, so It was difficult. It was really difficult. And I've been here for the last day and a half too, and been really impressed with all the students. I mean, I remember when I was that age barely, I don't think I could have ever survived this or have come up with such a presentation. Of course, all my presentations back then would have been on green, the green ledger paper, and I would have used crayons to create the presentation. So, but we do have a really good, talented group, and so we chose for all the factors here and maybe a few more, we chose ArtSpark.
All right. Well, congratulations, guys, but congratulations to all of you. I didn't really know how they were going to choose that one. I think your ideas were amazing, and whether or not you bring that idea into the world or another one, I hope you have taken a lot of lessons from this week. We have loved spending time with you. We expect you all to keep in touch with us. But for now, let's wrap up, and please go and congratulate these wonderful teenagers, and then we'll lead us in about 10 or 15 minutes to our classroom to enjoy some apps. Thank you all.